Arson isn't just property loss. It can destroy your future.
Fire. It's one of humanity's oldest tools and one of its greatest threats. In California, where wildfires devastate communities year after year, arson isn't just about property damage. It's one of the most severely punished crimes in the state, with penalties that can go all the way up to life in prison. Today, we're breaking down California Penal Code Section 451 and why an arson charge can burn your future to the ground if it's not handled correctly. Let's start with the legal definition. Under PC 451, arson means willfully and maliciously setting fire to any structure, forest, land, or property. The law uses two important words, willfully and maliciously. Willfully means on purpose, and maliciously means with an unlawful intent to injure, annoy, or defraud. What surprises a lot of people is that the fire doesn't even have to destroy anything. Even minimal charring, something as small as a blackened patch of wood or carpet, can be enough for prosecutors to claim arson. Arson charges are divided into degrees, depending on what burned and how dangerous the fire was to human life. If someone suffers great bodily injury as a result of the fire, the penalties are 5, 7, or 9 years in state prison. If the fire burns an inhabited structure, the sentence is 3, 5, or 8 years. Fires that damage other structures or forest land carry 2, 4, or 6 years. And if it's only personal property, like clothing or furniture, the punishment is still significant. 16 months, 2 years, or 3 years in state prison. The more dangerous the fire is to people, the harsher the penalty becomes. So what exactly do prosecutors need to prove in an arson case? It usually comes down to two things. First, that you set fire to or burned property, and second, that you did it willfully and maliciously. But proving malice isn't always straightforward. Prosecutors often look for evidence of motive, maybe an insurance fraud scheme, an act of revenge, or an attempt to cover up another crime. Circumstantial evidence like the use of accelerants, multiple points of origin, or suspicious timing is often used to argue that the fire was intentional. Then there's aggravated arson under Penal Code Section 451.5. This is reserved for the most extreme cases and can carry a sentence of 10 years to life in prison. You can face aggravated arson charges if you have a prior arson conviction within the past 10 years, if the property damage exceeds $7 million, or if the fire destroys 5 or more inhabited structures. California takes repeat offenders and large-scale arson very seriously, and the penalties reflect that. But here's something most people don't realize. A conviction for arson comes with lifelong consequences beyond just prison time. In California, anyone convicted of arson has to register with local law enforcement, very similar to how sex offender registration works. That means registering every year for life, notifying authorities when you move, and facing new felony charges if you fail to register. It's not just a punishment, it's a lifetime label that follows you long after your sentence is over. So what defenses are available in an arson case? One of the strongest defenses is accident. If there was no willful or malicious intent, for example, if a fire was caused by an accident in the kitchen, faulty wiring, or even natural causes like lightning, then it's not arson. Lack of intent is another defense. Maybe the fire happened, but the prosecution can't prove that you set it intentionally. Mistaken identity also comes up in these cases, especially when investigators are relying on circumstantial evidence. And finally, there's alternative causation. Fire science is complex, and expert witnesses often testify to show that the prosecution's version of events is flawed. Investigators may claim to know the fire's origin or cause, but defense experts can often expose weaknesses in those conclusions. Think about how this plays out in real life. A fire breaks out in a home, and investigators point to accelerants on the floor. But what if the so-called accelerant was actually household cleaning products? Or imagine a wildfire spreading through a neighborhood. Investigators may jump to conclusions about a campfire or a match, but weather, faulty power lines, or another person's actions may have been the real cause. The stakes in these cases are incredibly high, which is why it's critical to challenge the evidence aggressively. Arson isn't just another criminal charge. In California, it's a life-changing accusation that carries long sentences, massive financial penalties, lifelong registration requirements, and social consequences that never go away. But being charged doesn't mean being convicted. Every case has facts, circumstances, and defenses that can make a difference. If you or someone you care about is facing arson charges, don't wait. These cases are complex, and the earlier you have someone on your side, the better your chances of protecting your rights and your future. Schedule a consultation today and take the first step toward building a strong defense and safeguarding your freedom. If you gained something from this video, like it, share it with others who may benefit, and subscribe to continue learning with us.
Don't forget to like and share this video, and for more legal insights, keep watching and subscribe to our channel.